Welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind with your hosts, Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. Jay and Sally have always wondered what the inspiration is that drives others to create and express their art. Inside the Artist's Mind, we'll dive into the mind of the artist and teach us more than we ever knew. Enjoy the show!
Hi, and welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind. I'm Jay Harmon,
And I'm Sally Barnard.
and we are here to, to talk to people about their creativeness and what they do and how they express themselves as being creative. We've had several different people on the show talking about different things that they do. And we're very, very excited about how things are going with this show. And so I would like right now to introduce our guest today, who is also our very first guest on this show, Miss Michelle Chen.
Welcome back, Michelle. I'm so delighted that you're here again today.
Thank you so much.
It's on a different kind of venue of what you're doing, so we'll talk more about that, but please introduce yourself.
I'm excited to be here. Today I'm here representing Smoke Barbecue and Smoke Barbecue restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we are a restaurant and do catering as well. So we're so excited to be here.
That's great. We're so glad, and we love to talk to people who have different things that they create. Not just one thing, but if you have more than one. We would love to talk to you if you'd love to come into our studio and talk to us. We would love to interview you if you're a creative person of any type. Our number here is 1-888-994-4995, and we would love to talk to you about your creativity, whatever it is, how you get your inspirations, and what you create.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Michelle, you have a slightly different venue today than from the last time. So if you'd like to talk about what you were just discussing with us in your restaurant, we're very eager to hear this.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. So I first came on here as your first guest. I was so honored, but as an artist and an actress. I'm an actress. I do painting, drawing, singing, and also one of the things I do is I'm a partner at Smoke Barbecue. So I take my, creativity and we create.
You are multi-talented creativity.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, in barbecue though, it is not just a science. It is an art. To smoking the meats. We smoke everything in-house. So some of our meats are smoked up to 16 hours.
Oh, really?
So yes, and then it's really when the meat comes out, it's a touch and a feel, and you can tell. That's why we like to call it. It's like an artisan craft. It's
oh yeah, look at that! Wow.
Did you mention that you'd had some sort of award or something you were just talking about before the show?
We just Fort Lauderdale Magazine, the readers of Fort Lauderdale Magazine just voted us best barbecue.
Well, congratulations.
That's
I can't
wonderful.
wait to come in. And
yeah.
now that Steve is feeling better, my husband, for people that knows, he has been pretty sick, but we are definitely coming in to have a taste of, you do barbecue ribs?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
We have
that's what I want.
Baby back ribs, spare ribs, and on Saturday nights, beef ribs.
Beautiful.
Okay, now let me ask you something. I've always wondered this myself, and this is, like I'm asking, what is the difference between baby back ribs and the other type of ribs? What makes them different? And
spare ribs. So the baby back ribs, they are a little bit leaner. They come from a different part of the animal.
But they're not from baby cows or anything, right?
No,
They're
not.
just smaller?
They're-
Is that
they're
why they're
smaller
called-
parts.
Yeah, they're actually pork, so it comes from the upper part of
Oh,
the
it's
back.
pork. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I didn't know that either.
I know, and
That's what I want to learn.
I mean, I'm an animal lover, so I don't.
Yeah,
But I do eat meat, and the ribs are amazing. So once you start eating them, it's not easy to
Well, you're making my mouth water.
I know, me too.
Oh my
so
goodness.
the baby back ribs, the way we do them, we smoke them with sauce on them, and then then the spare ribs are a little bit fattier. The bone is bigger, but the meat it falls off the bone. I mean, it melts in your mouth basically. I mean, they're not, when you pick them up, there's still a little give, so it gives you something to.
I've often wondered about that because I don't eat the bigger ribs, but if ever I go to a restaurant where they have ribs on the menu, I will order baby back ribs.
Right.
But I didn't even know why I was doing it, but they've always been very tasty. Cannot wait to taste yours.
Yeah, thanks. They are. I mean, they're amazing. My mouth waters, and I eat them all the time. But but yeah, and then we smoke our spare ribs just with our dry rub, so that people have the option to sauce them themselves. Some people don't want any sauce on them. They just like to, the purists just like the meat. So yeah.
Now, do you have several different sauces that you use that you?
Yes, we have homemade barbecue sauce. We have a Carolina Gold, which is a mustard vinegar base. We also, those are the beef ribs. So those are like
The
they're like
larger ones,
it's like a dinosaur bone, and those those are that's from our Instagram page, Smoke BBQ FL, at Smoke BBQ FL, and but the beef ribs are Saturdays after 5 o'clock because those are a very special item, but
really? Yeah.
people from Texas, that's a huge thing in Texas. They come in, I mean, from everywhere.
So
And
the Saturday, is that also the baby back ribs? Or
we have
they're
baby
during the
backs
week?
and spare ribs every day.
Oh, good.
And
Okay.
our roots are from competition barbecue. So in competition barbecue, you really need a little bit of a pull when you bite the ribs. So we still keep that. So when you pick it up, it's not just falling all over the plate, and you can still bite it, but they do melt in your mouth. And we also have brisket that's smoked 16 hours. I think Boca Magazine up here, they
now,
said that.
What is the difference with brisket from ribs?
Okay, so brisket is it's the part of it's beef. So it's a part that traditionally is.
There's a picture of it.
Yes, actually,
Oh
that's
my
from
gosh,
Fort
I wish
Lauderdale
they'd stop showing
Magazine.
these pictures. I'm getting so
I
hungry.
know, I'm getting hungry here.
Yes, that's from an article in Fort Lauderdale Magazine, and we actually give our brisket recipe in the magazine.
Okay.
You can, but we'll put it up on our website or the Instagram
So
page. or
the
TikTok.
inspiration behind the sauces, does that come from you, or is it just?
Yes, I mean, I am a partner, so
Right.
I'm not the only partner in our business, and so we have different tastes, and this was something that everyone agreed on. We scoured, all of barbecue that was just our hobby.
Wow, yeah.
One of the hobbies we had before we started this restaurant was just going to barbecue
To
places
taste and
yeah,
see
everywhere.
which-
We love
Did
barbecue.
you put your own into the taste? Did you then add more yourself?
Oh
or-
yeah. I mean,
right,
it's
that's
an
interesting.
original sauce. It's
Beautiful.
it's ours. It's all made from scratch. Both, and we do have a hot barbecue as well. All our sauces are made in house, and they're all made from scratch from our
Do
original
you
recipes.
change the sauces periodically, or do you keep to the same? ones?
Sometimes we'll add a specialty. I have actually an idea for another one because some of our roots come from. Actually, my grandfather served in the United States Army during World War II, and I think his training was in Louisiana. So really, from when he was young, he developed a love of barbecue. I guess it started becoming popular in the around 1930s or so. It was really a very popular then, and it still continues now. But really, from my grandfather, he, I guess it instilled this love of barbecue in us. And then my father had a recipe, and whenever he makes his ribs, all our friends call it Harry's famous ribs.
Okay.
And we did have that sauce on our menu at one point, and we were thinking about bringing it back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different areas of the country they have their specialty as their different ribs. I understand that. Like New Orleans has their specialty ribs.
Right.
Texas.
A little Cajun, yeah.
You know, and
yes, exactly. And the beef ribs, sometimes they're just salt and pepper in
Right,
Texas.
right.
You know, the Carolinas have a different sauce. Sometimes they have creamier, or the mustard vinegar.
Right.
St. Louis. Mississippi. There's everyone has their own touch.
Do you have customers come in and ask you for a particular rib sometimes, and then you maybe figure it out? And
Yes, we do. The great thing about it is a lot of people come into our restaurant and they say, I'm from wherever it is in the country, and they said, this tastes just like home.
Oh,
and
really?
we get that from a lot of different places.
That's got to be a compliment.
It's
then.
it's a huge
Absolutely,
compliment.
yeah.
That's what we want people to feel like when
There's a
when
picture of your.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's- yeah.
it's
No,
quaint.
it's homey,
and
it's
yeah,
nice,
exactly.
yes,
We
yes.
want we treat everyone like family.
Are you open for lunch and dinner?
Yeah, we're open all day, 11:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then Sundays 12 noon to 8 p.m. But yes, people can come in any time during the day and eat. It's fast casual, so you just grab
So you're near the beach. You're on
Yeah,
A1A?
we're at
Right,
A1A and
right.
Oakland Park Boulevard.
Right.
So we're
Okay.
right across the street from the beach. Sometimes people send us pictures.
That's a great location.
They post on our Instagram. They send pictures of the barbecue on the beach. They just
Yeah, I know that area actually.
they pick it up and you either walk across the street or
Do they take it onto the beach?
yeah,
Well, I
you
mean,
can exactly.
That's
I mean
interesting.
everything is
Yeah.
when we have takeout and we
Very
do delivery.
casual,
Yeah, and
yeah.
actually today we are catering a wedding on the beach.
On the
how
beach-
beautiful.
that's
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
lovely.
So
yeah.
I was just speaking with the bride and it those venues, it's very easy. There's a lot of value in our food because we try to keep the quality, we keep the quality as high of our meats and everything. We just, but you see the restaurant, it's not huge. So we're able to just really focus on the food. So when people come, they can order catering packages. It's super easy to order online.
Okay. Now, can they get takeout?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we do takeout, dine in, catering. Our website is eatsmokebbq.com. So if anyone wants to go there and they can order online. So people come, they order, just click, couple clicks. They come in and just pick up the food and go. They don't, you don't have to, stand and pay with your.
So
credit
the
card.
wedding today, is it later on this afternoon?
Yeah, actually it
Is
is.
it on the beach?
It's
or
on
in-
the beach.
On the
So
beach.
how
Yeah.
you're going to be serving? Do they come into your restaurant and take it out, or are you going to be actually on the beach?
We can deliver. So we don't always have to be there for catering.
okay.
So we can either deliver it and set it up, or we do have servers when people need. We just recently did an event for close to 10,000 people, and
Oh
we
my
gosh,
we had the
Michelle.
staff,
Yeah,
Wow.
to
So
serve people.
That's a big.
How do you,
event.
how many, you have quite a lot of people working and cooking in the
Yes,
restaurant?
yes,
'Cause
we
that's a
have-
lot of people.
Yeah, I mean it's a big effort. It's a coordinated effort, but from start to finish, we can we do it. We prepare the food, set it up, and then have servers.
So your inspiration for this, was this coming from your family and then you carried on with the
For
So
the
you mentioned-
barbecue,
yes, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, we've always loved it. Some of our best, parties and everything. My dad always served
Yeah.
his ribs. Like when I was a kid,
Was
it
he
was always.
basically your inspiration to get this started, or is
Yeah, one of them. I mean, yes, my grandfather being in the U.S. Army,
Right.
from him, I guess it, and we've just always loved barbecue. So
Now-
my brother is involved,
Uh-huh.
and his best friend.
So it's a
Scott
family
Kennedy,
type
Steve-
of business,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Now, I know some of our viewers are probably going to be asking, do you have any kind of drinks or anything with the
Yeah.
with the ribs?
Oh well, we have First of all, we have the best sweet tea. It's hard to find, like a real traditional sweet tea around here. So we have that, and we have sweet and unsweet. So I like to mix the unsweet with
sweet
it.
tea is a very
southern, exactly. So we have that, and then we also have beer and wine. We have Shiner Bock from Texas. We have traditional, Michelob Ultra and Bud Light and Stella Artois. And then we also have local breweries like Funky Buddha, and some other local breweries as well. So we like to rotate, and so people like to try. We also have hard ciders or hard seltzers. And then we also have Boylan's root beer, things like that.
That's what I like.
Jay,
hard
we
cider.
have to go in there.
Yeah,
definitely.
I love
I'm not
hard
going to leave
cider,
it too
so
much
that's,
longer now. Definitely.
Yeah, the hard cider is great, and it's so refreshing when you have the barbecue and you just.
It is. It goes well together. I know.
Yeah.
So you really do a lot of things, Michelle. You mentioned that you're acting. I know you sing, and you run the restaurant.
How do you have all this time?
I was just rushing up here. Thankfully, I made it in time to get here
You
today.
did, yes.
But yeah, I'm working on a film, and so I have some other things coming up, and I haven't had much time to paint recently.
That was my next question. Have you had any time to paint? But
not really.
Do you suddenly get inspired one day and you just say, "Okay, I'm going to paint today"?
I do.
That's what actually happens to me sometimes.
Yes.
I mean, I'm very busy also
Exactly.
right now.
Because didn't you do? You showed us here. You'd done.
It was fruit.
A fruit.
Fruit.
Yes,
I remember that. Yes.
I do fruit. I do landscapes. I love painting the ocean. Obviously we're in Florida, and always the water is always so important to us. So I do paintings of the ocean, and I that was my most recent one was of fruit was a lemon. And I did a
maybe
lime.
the inspiration for your sauces, you paint them, and I was thinking, well, what would tie in with fruit and then the restaurant, and you're painting, but then you just mentioned lemons. So maybe you get the inspiration, you're going to draw a lemon and then do some beautiful sauce with a lemon in it.
Yeah,
because there is a tie-in somewhere.
You're right. That is an inspiration.
Just came to
Thank
me.
you, Sally.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know what made me say it, but I felt like I needed to say that to you. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
it's little
Or
things.
an orange.
Exactly. You know what the funny thing is? The other night I was just looking at, because we got a lot of tomatoes, and we always like to use fresh ingredients. We have a seasonal vegetable a lot of times because customers they request our broccoli. It's
Broccoli?
yes, it's amazing. The broccoli
I
is.
can't
I
wait
mean,
to try it.
all of our sides are wonderful. The mac and cheese is. I mean, there's some pictures on Instagram, and I was looking at it earlier. Just it's people love it. We have, but I was working with these tomatoes, just trying to figure out what we could do, and I was squeezing some lemon and lime, and
There you go.
there
Yeah.
you go.
You may not have even realized that,
You're
which I
right.
hadn't. I've never thought of even mentioning
Right.
that, but it kind of ties in a little bit.
Yeah.
Seeing is there a common trend here? But yes, there is.
Exactly.
Certainly, yeah.
So that's so
And now
funny
if
you
you're
say
singing,
that.
you'll probably be singing about some fruits or something, or
Right.
trees. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Led Zeppelin has a lemon song.
There you go. Or lemon tree. Oh, lemon tree. Very pretty.
and if anybody gets through this entire, rib dinner, is there any
Desserts.
dessert?
Well, we do have our cornbread
Ooh.
that comes with a cinnamon butter.
Very
that,
southern. Your things are very very southern, right?
yeah, it's a traditional.
Yeah.
Do you have key lime pie?
Not at the moment, but we do sometimes for catering. We will
do?
provide that. We'll make that in house, and also banana pudding.
Oh, I love
Which
that.
is-
I haven't
yeah.
had that in so long.
Yeah.
I just ate a
I-
banana.
I had banana pudding last week, and I thought, I haven't had that in so long.
And I, for
was
some
like-
reason, bought a banana here today to eat for my lunch. You saw that, right? So yes, I will
Maybe we
definitely
should
be
sit
eating the
down
banana.
and
Yeah,
draw a paint, do some,
definitely. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
amazing.
what about starters? What's
So,
appetizers?
well, we have wings. We smoke our wings, and then they're really just delicious. My mouth starts watering.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
And we sprinkle them with a little bit of our special rub, so they have and then you sauce them yourself. We have sausages, a jalapeno cheddar sausage. That's amazing. I think that's Dawn's favorite from Brooklyn
Okay,
Cafe
yeah,
TV show.
yeah,
Dawn
yeah.
loves the sausage there. And
Sausage, wow.
and we have pulled pork. So people can order different sizes. We have combo plates. They can order 2 meat combos, which you can try, a little bit of.
Oh, okay, half and
that's
half or
neat.
something.
That's
Yeah,
nice,
exactly.
yeah,
Some of
yeah.
each. We have, smoked chicken on the
Yeah.
bone. So we have,
Chicken and ribs together, like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Do you have seafood, shrimp at all? or-
we don't have seafood right now, but sometimes for special occasions we might smoke a fish or salmon or sometimes turkey for catering. It just
So
depends.
for catering, they'll put in an order. And if
Yeah,
they
we
want-
can
okay.
Okay,
special
so they
order
can
things.
you can cater a special order if somebody
Yes.
wants something.
Yes, but otherwise it's super easy to order online. You just go to eatsmokebbq.com and then you just
Okay.
click, your package.
And what
Now,
Just
what is
choose
that
your
again?
meats.
Your website?
Eatsmokebbq.com.
Eat.
EATSMOKEBBQ.com.
Okay, eatsmokebarbecue.com.
Exactly.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So
I'm
And
ready.
you deliver too? In a
Yeah, we
certain
deliver-
radius, or is it?
we deliver. Sometimes we go all the way up to Jupiter or
Oh, okay.
or
Do you
even
really?
farther.
I'll
But
be in your radius.
yeah,
Yeah, me
yes,
too.
for
But
for,
I want to
for
come into the
catering.
restaurant now.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. You have to come anytime you like.
We've heard so much about it now over the last few months.
Yeah, now we're
And then
now
wow.
I'm
That's,
Friday
really
nights,
hungry
yeah,
and-
Friday nights we have a delicacy. It's a barbecue delicacy, and it is called burnt ends. They're not burnt actually, but it's the fatty point of the brisket, so it's very rich, and we take the point of the brisket, which is the fattier half, and and we smoke it, and then we cube it, and then put our sauce in there, and then we put it back in the smoker for more hours.
Wow.
And it comes out like they're so tender and like little pillows that melt in your mouth, and and it's really actually a beauty food too, because it has a lot of collagen.
And
So
the most amazing, I never knew all this type of work went into it. You put it on your plate, and I go, "That was great."
no,
but
this
the
is
work
this is
behind
really a
it-
work of art.
It
I mean,
really
you're
is.
right.
It's
You know,
in the mind of an artist.
Yeah, it really is. It's not just something you just put together. This is like
it's
creative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you've obviously got two very good customers, I think, right now.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
definitely can't wait to get there.
Oh yes, and you know what? I forgot to mention. I mean, it's one of the stars of our show. It's our famous pastrami. Sun Sentinel said, and I know you're not from New York, but New Yorkers, I'm originally from New York, and it's Sun Sentinel said it's better than Katz's Deli in New York, which is a famous deli. I mean, it's very humbling to say that, but
Well, I'll go home
he
and ask
compared
Steve
it.
because he is from New York. So I'm
Oh
sure he'll
yes,
know, right?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, when that Sun Sentinel article came out, like all of a sudden, all these New Yorkers knew about us. So our pastrami, it's also a brisket, but
That's a brisket?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it turns in, by the methods it's brined for 7 days, 8 days.
Well, it's amazing.
And
I never would've-
and then after the brining, then it's smoked, and then it's steamed, and then it just comes out like
Wow.
it's so tender and and flavorful.
My
That's-
gosh, I can't wait to get there.
I know. And that's my son's favorite. He's
Yeah,
he's 6 now, but
Going back to the desserts, though, do you have
well, it just depends. Sometimes we'll have some ice
once
cream.
in a while?
Yeah,
I was
we
just
have
going to say,
we
just in case someone wants a dessert.
yeah we had a cornbread ice cream.
Oh, I love the
Yeah, it was because our cornbread comes with the cinnamon butter.
So cornbread ice cream?
Yeah,
Ice cream?
but yes, it was a vanilla ice cream. It was made for us by Wilton Creamery, and so we sometimes we have it, but it was the cornbread with the vanilla ice cream plus cinnamon
With the
swirls,
cinnamon
and it was
Oh, that sounds
amazing.
yummy.
So
When you're
yeah.
there, which I'm sure you're there quite a bit, do you eat a lot of your food while
I
you're
d-
there?
I do,
Because if I
actually.
was there, I'd be eating all the time.
I
If I was,
Goodness,
do.
yeah.
And when you're there and you pick up I mean, you see them cutting the meat right in front of you. In the pictures you might be able to see, but that you can see them cutting the meat. So you place your order.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
Oh,
yeah,
you can watch them.
So you
yeah,
watch
it's
them
right in front of
preparing
you.
it.
So
Oh,
it's like
that's
a
wonderful.
show.
Wow.
That's so
yeah,
neat.
you
Right.
see everything right in front of you, and so you know how it's being sliced
that's so
fresh.
neat.
You know, it's not sitting there, or you know, everything is
So a
right
lot
in
of
front of
thought
you.
went into this restaurant. I can see that. Not
Yeah.
just how you prepare it and everything to be able to show people. That's really neat.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of thought, a lot of dedication. Our people who are our team,
You
know,
get
who's-
regulars, I'm sure, obviously. Local
yeah,
people, right?
yeah. We have people who come and they say, "This is our first stop on it. We just got off the airplane
So
from
they
up north.
know.
Where this is our first stop." You know.
Well, that alone tells me that's a great restaurant. Right?
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's really we are so thankful to our community and you know everyone who comes. We love them, and we're really thankful and appreciative to have everyone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you know, just people. We don't do too much advertising or anything, so it's
Well,
people
Word of
telling
mouth,
friends.
basically.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
mhm.
best way, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
your food
Yeah,
is
that is the
excellent,
best advertising.
Yeah, and
is word of
I
mouth.
mean, the catering. Somebody just called me the other day, and they just said, "Wow, thank you so much." You know, everyone was asking where it's from, and people hadn't heard
Right,
of it before. So yeah, we've been around a long time,
Oh,
but
that was my
we're
next
tucked
question.
in.
You've been there for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
You've been there for how long?
This one, 2015 we opened, so yeah,
Okay.
almost 10.
Okay, so nine years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This location we had, yeah,
Where
others,
was
but
the other
we
location?
had one in Boca, we had in Delray, but those were just very a little bigger than we had full service, wait staff and
But right now,
very,
this is the only one you have?
right now this is
Right,
the only
okay.
one. So we're looking, at other venues as well, but for now we're just focusing right now here. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly worth the ride. I'm in Boca. To come down there, I won't complain at all. I'll get in the car and drive right there.
Yeah, let me
Michelle.
know. Let
yeah,
me
I
know.
definitely will, Michelle.
Yeah.
Well, this
Yeah.
was a great guest we had
Yeah.
on today. Right?
Yeah, I know. And,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for showing
Yeah,
up.
and,
And I know that you were rushed today, but my
Oh.
goodness. Yeah.
Anytime, but I'm
Lovely.
happy to be back. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you
that's
so much.
great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I hope that everybody now has got has whet their appetites, and you're ready to come down to Fort Lauderdale to have some ribs.
Do they have your address? Are we putting it up on the screen? So that-
3351 Northeast 32nd Street in Fort
I
Lauderdale.
can't imagine watching this whole show and not knowing where to go.
It's on our website, but you can also visit us, yes, again, at eatsmokebbq.com or on Instagram and TikTok at SmokeBBQFL.
Uh-huh.
Great. Thank you very much,
That's so
Michelle.
great.
That was really
Thank you so
nice.
much.
You were our surprise guest. We were not told who was coming, but I had a feeling. When they said this lady is an actress, she owns a restaurant, I said, "Oh, I think it's Michelle." So thank you very much for
Okay.
coming.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and
Thank you.
and thank you for watching our show today. We hope that we hope that if you are creative and you would like to come on our show, please feel free. Call the studio 1-888-994-4995.
Studio A.
Studio A, and come in here. We'd love to meet you. So anyway, thanks again, and thank you, Sally, and
Thank you, Jay, and thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Great.
Okay.
Thank you for watching Inside the Artist's Mind. We hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week as we explore more about the artist's passions and inspirations.